friend, welcome. I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and I sell them hopefully for a profit. Today is Saturday, September 7th, I think, and I sold 4 items in the last about 24 hours. I sold this pair of, my gross sales amount was $96.69. This is a pair of Columbia pants. They are called the Willowdale, and I don't remember how I know that. Oh, it's on here. So they're $65 brand new. They're an Omni shade, which is a, what's that called? The UPF. So it helps against, like, it's sun protectant. I found 2 of these at a church sale. And I love finding new with tag items in more than one because it's easy. You can take pictures one time and list them as a double quantity, and it's great. So the Willowdale, unfortunately, did not have a sell-through rate. And, but the Omni shade did. So I searched Columbia pants, Omni shade, plus size, because these are a 16, which is considered plus size, but don't get me started on that. Anyway, the average sale price is $19.80, but the sell-through rate is 55%. So if you're new, and if you're new, I'll explain. And if this is new if this is not new information to you, then consider it review. I look up information on eBay's product research tool. It used to be called Therapy. So it's at the top of the eBay Seller Hub. There's a tab that says research, and there's a pull down tab that says product research, and then there's a search tab. So I searched that. 55% is calculated by the amount of items sold divided by the amount of items sold and listed. So 55% looks like, in simple math, 55 items sold and 45 listed. So somebody else might consider that more than 100% sell-through rate. You might hear that in a different way. Different people calculate sell-through rate differently, and that's okay. I'm just telling you how I calculate it so that you are aware. This took 4 months to sell. I sold the other pair for about $20, and these sold for $32, which was my original asking price. When the sell-through rate is higher, I tend to list higher on the end of comps so that I don't know, so I can hit the average. But that was my full asking price. These took 4 months to sell. I think I said that already. I spent $2 on them at a church sale, and my profit is $23.60. The next item is this little Carhartt hat. Super cute. I've had this forever. It is like fleece lined. It's, you know, a kid's hat. It's cute. Does not have a good sell-through rate. I was kind of surprised because I see Carhartt everywhere. But you can buy Carhartt at, like, I know we have it at Meijer. I don't really go into Walmart very often. But maybe you can buy it at Walmart. I don't know. Anyway, Carhartt kids beanies, which would, you know, like a knit hat like that is called, have an average sale price of $6.19 and a 6% sell-through rate. Mine, I had listed for around $15, $14.87. I have a 15% off coupon on my eBay store. And so they used that, paid shipping, and so they paid a total of $17.89. Now I've had this for a really long time, which doesn't surprise me with that low sell-through rate. 14 months, over a year, that's icky. I don't like that. But I bought it at the bins, which, if you don't know, is the Goodwill outlet, and you pay by the pound there. So a little beanie like that, I did not pay very much. I averaged that I paid $1 for it, and certainly it was less than that. My my bins is $1.79 a pound. and this is less, with all the packaging, it's 2.4 ounces. So yeah, I definitely paid like 50 cents or something like that for it. I don't have a shipping scale. I use a food scale, which is not, I've not had an issue with it. My intention when I started 3 years ago was to use this until it broke or it didn't work, and it's still going strong, so I'm still using it. I forgot what I was going to tell you. I think I was going to tell you what my profit was. $10.32. So even though that sell-through rate is so low, 6% is, yikes, that's super low. I would still buy that again, just because, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe that's a bad choice. I'm never telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, and you can take that information however you want. This is also Carhartt. So one thing I love about Carhartt, wasn't applicable to that little hat, but most everything has a little number here, and that's really easy to look up comps on that. This one does have a leather patch, which seems to be a factor that is a good thing. Not exactly sure why, but yeah. The Carhartt, this was the B172. Has an average sale price of $18.99 with an 11% sell-through rate. So definitely not something I should have bought. I only paid $1.21 for it. It sold for $16 on Poshmark after 17 months. That is a lot of months, and you know, not great. Sometimes I buy Carhartt without looking it up. Not anymore, but 17 months ago I did, for sure. So yeah, this sold for $16 on Poshmark, like I said. So I am using a priority shipping box. When items sell on Poshmark, you can use any priority shipping supplies that you need, because they send you a priority label. So I do wrap all my items in tissue paper and give a little thank you sticker on there, but that's not necessary. You don't have to do that. My profit is $11.59 after 17 months. I mean, on one hand, I made 10 times my money, so that's great, right? But on the other hand, 17 months. Probably wouldn't do that again. I try to hit the sell-through rate at about 25%. However, I think that there are other factors than sell-through rate that are important. I talk about sell-through rate a lot because I do think that it's important, but it's not the only thing that matters. This is a Ted Baker dress. Now, this is something I want to talk about with sell-through rate. Hey, you need me?
Yeah.
What do you need?
I need to show you something.
You need to show me something?
It's very important.
Oh boy. Okay. This is a Ted Baker dress. Let me finish this up and then you can show me, okay? Now, the average sale price for a Ted Baker dress is $43.09. There's only a 14% sell-through rate. Now, the average sale price is just that. It's an average. They have sold anywhere from $4 to $185. So that's a vast difference between $4 and $185. I priced mine at $30 based on the style and the color, which I don't know is super popular. I think it's really pretty, and someone with like the right skin tone, that's gonna look fantastic on them. Yeah, anyway, I don't think it would look good on me with my skin tone, but man, I think it's a beautiful color. But when I look through the items that have sold, this was the only one in that color that had sold. So somebody sent me an offer for $20 and I accepted. They paid that plus shipping on eBay. And I spent $5 on it when I went to a thrift store in Pigeon Forge. I think it was actually in Sevierville. I was on a trip with my husband and spent some time thrifting, as we do sometimes because it's fun. And he goes on work trips and I go along with him and make it a work trip, and then we get to have time together in the evenings and stuff. Yeah, that makes my profit $15.22. I do have calculated shipping on all of my items, and so sometimes I make a little money on the shipping, but that's never my goal, but it happens sometimes. So this took 5 months to sell. My total profit for the day was $60.73. I also wanted to tell you that on eBay, I have calculated shipping, but I also have an option of ground advantage or priority. Since I added the option, most people have chosen ground advantage. So I just use poly mailers that I either buy on eBay or Amazon. I buy them on eBay. I get them with my shipping supply coupon that I get for having an eBay store. So, yeah, I think I told you all the things. If I did not, and there's something that you're dying to know, 1, please go ahead and ask in the comments. And 2, I do these shipping videos basically every day so that you can see, you know, what a part-time reseller sells, just kind of on a regular basis. And so you might want to go back. I have a daily what sold video playlist. If you go back and watch through some of those questions may be answered. It's hard to answer all of the things, or it's hard to tell all of the things all the time. And yeah, anyway, so I have a question, and this is kind of a little off topic, but I did a video, oh man, I think, okay, I gotta tell you, if you heard that. If you didn't, that's okay. I work out of my garage. This is my garage. It's beautiful out today, like 65 and sunny, and just like gives me all the fall things. I went thrifting this morning and I bought so many things to craft with. I never craft, but I want to craft in the fall so bad. It's not fall. It's gonna be 90 next week, but I know, right? Oh. I know. But my garage door is open and there are children playing across the street, and one of them just screamed very loudly. I'm so glad that they're outside and they are with their grandparents and they play it out, and I love it so much. But in case you are wondering, it's not my children screaming. Although sometimes you hear my children screaming in the videos too. It happens. Oh, I don't know what's happening. It seems to be happy screams. Okay, what was I talking about?
Question.
Yes. So, I was thinking about this. I feel like it was about a month ago. I did a video where I talked about how, you know, there's a comparison issue in reselling, I think. There's a lot of people who are like, oh, be $100,000, $100K, 6-figure reseller. And that's not attainable for everyone, and that doesn't have to be attainable for everyone. I you know, only want to make about $2,000 a month, and that's all I have time for. You want more? You know, that's all I have time for. I don't find high-end things. Anyway, I was reading through the comments to my husband, and it seemed to resonate with a lot of people. And there were so many people who were commenting of like, oh, I'm a stay-at-home mom, or I'm a homeschool mom, or I can only do this part-time, or I have limited resources, or I live in a small town similar to yours. And my husband was like, it sounds like you have a lot of viewers that are similar to you. And I started thinking about the resellers that I watch. And some of them I watch because they are similar to me. And some of them I watch because they're very different from me. And sometimes that gets a little frustrating. There was one that I talked about in that video where, you know, she was always finding high-end items, and I was like, it just made me feel bad about myself. Like, why can't I live in an area like that? Or, and I just never, I want to be content in what I'm doing. And if something is making me feel not discontent, then I don't need to be consuming that. Anyway, the point I was trying to get to is I'm curious. I was just thinking through like the people that I tend to watch, and I'm curious what, not who you watch, but what are the qualities of someone, or the qualities of the videos that are important to you when you are choosing to follow a YouTuber, a reseller, maybe even on Instagram. I'm not on Instagram. I don't get it. But I know that there's a lot of resellers on Instagram too, but any social media really, what is it about those social media content creators that draws you to them? I'm just kind of curious. For me, like I said, sometimes I really like to follow people that look similar to me. I like to follow people who do daily or weekly what's sold videos or ship with me videos similar to mine. I like to follow people who sell items that are similar to mine. I like to follow people who are, you know, part-time. But at the same time, I have a couple people that I follow because they're not, or there's a couple people I follow who sell a lot more hard goods. Just because I want to learn about that. And so when I might happen upon something out while I'm thrifting, it might cause me to go, oh wait, so-and-so, this person just mentioned that in their video. Maybe I should look it up. There are some people I watch just because I like the creativity of their videos. Someone just mentioned in the comments, and I will mention to you too, there is a woman, her name is Sherry, and I think it's Thrifting with Sherry. If someone knows and you want to tag her, or maybe I'll tag her in the comments. But I think it's like Thrifting with Sherry or Thrifting Adventures with Sherry or something like that. She just did a really great fall like keyword video, and she's just really funny, and she has this great like sense of humor in how she edits, but she also gives really good information, and she's just fun to watch. So sometimes it's not necessarily that I'm learning from her, although I am, but she's just fun to watch. Anyway, I think I've rambled on quite long enough about this. Let me know some of your thoughts in the comments, and make sure you like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't. Like I said, I do these ship with me videos every day-ish at 8 p.m. Eastern, and yeah, that's all. I'll see you soon.